Just before we start, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you have the notification button on for instant notifications of the videos so you can keep up to date with all the content I release. Hi guys, it's Phil Gaming today. Well, we are going to do the best way to make money in Red Dead Redemption. And well, the best way to do it is the treasure maps. The best and probably the only way, decent way to make money. Now, we'll have to see what the treasure maps give us. Now, I don't know whether it gives us which currency, the gold bars or the money. But either way, they'll both be good. Now, hurry up, horse, and get over here. Okay, guys, so we're in the area. Now we're just got to find it. Now, I'm assuming it's going to be near the middle. So I'm assuming it's maybe up here. I don't know. We'll go over here and have a look. Right, is there a way of getting up? Ah. Is there a way up? Right, so we're looking for a chest, or... I'm guessing it's not over there, is it? No rocks. Okay, so we'll join back when we find it. Okay guys, so we just stumbled across it. Now you have to ride around the area. They're not all in the same place, and that's what it'll look like if you have Deadeye. But if you're not using Deadeye, it'll just pop up on the map anyway when you go past it. But here we go, open that box, let's have a look. There's our stats for cash. Now, let's open. Okay, let's take it. Wow, yeah, guess, yeah, they're okay. So that's one way of making money. The next best way of making money is doing... I don't think we have one. But basically the best way to make money now is a gang attack. With gang attacks, you've got to be careful when you're doing, but most important thing is you just want to kill as many people when you go in there and loot everybody you possibly can. If you want to save it to last, save it to last. If not, just kill them, loot them, kill them, loot them. Do that. Basically, when you loot a body, you get cash. So you might get like 52 cents or 5 cents or a couple of dollars. That's nothing really, is it? But that'll get improved over time. Hopefully, maybe, because Rockstar have released a statement that I'll put at the very end of this video. I'll put like a picture of what they've released. But basically, we have the main issue of, obviously, we don't have a lot of money making methods. So we loot the bodies, we get a couple of dollars or cents, and we also get ammo, and then we get jewellery. Now jewellery doesn't sell for much, but if you have loads of jewellery because you've been looting loads of bodies, then that's perfect. Now to loot bodies, you need to kill people. So loot the bodies, get the ammo and the jewellery and a bit of couple of cents, you live in life. Now obviously with the gang attack, you've got to be careful when you go in, because obviously if it's you on your own, like you'll see when I do it, if they've got a load of gunfire, like sometimes they have mounted guns, things like that, you just got to be careful. But if you've got a crew, like a posse, then you're perfect. You know, you've got a team, you can surround it and go and attack. If you're on your own, they normally surround you, so use as much cover as you can. Now obviously with a gang attack, you want to make as much money as you can, so look for chests, loot. Obviously in the gang attack videos that I show you, I don't actually find any loot or anything that I could possibly use, but it's okay. You don't really need much loot, because it's more you want the XP, because when you get to a certain like rank and rewards and things like that, so if you do so many gang attacks, you'll get a reward for that, and that'll give you 500 XP, a couple $100, that's always good. You'll also obviously get the money off the bodies, and that is the most important thing. But the gang leader, if he surrenders or not, kill him either way. So if you decide you want to keep your loyalty so it goes up. You don't have to kill him. Let him free and then kill him. So the game recognises you've let him go. Then you kill him. Then he's free. And then you loot his body. You'll get a couple $100 if he's a decent person. But if he's not, then you don't get much. As you'll see, I got a medicine bottle off one of them, I think. You don't get the best out of looting bodies. But looting bodies is obviously a massive thing with robbing people, basically. Because that's the only way we can really rob people online at the moment. Hopefully, in future, they'll update it so we can rob stores and people and things like that generally. But for now, we can only rob bodies, like loot them. Also, when you'll sue people online, you can actually loot them. And when you kill, if you knock them out, you can loot them, things like that. They're always best to do. But when you're in a gang attack, you've just got to remember, if you get killed so many times, or you spawn too far away, because that's something the game at the moment it needs updating. It is a beta, so it'll be updated over time. But basically, you will have to it'll end the gang attack if you keep getting killed or the gang leader is able to get away. But if the gang leader, like one of the clips that I'll show you, he's on like a bridge. Under the bridge, there's like a ladder that goes down to it. He's stuck there because if he comes up, he's either going to get hit by a train or you're just going to be firing bullets at him. So he stays down there. And once you've killed all the men, he then stays there for as long as you need him to stay there. You just loot all the bodies then. Or you can see him, then loot the bodies. But I recommend kill a person, loot the bodies if you're not under fire, like I did in one of them, because it's just easier. Or you loot the bodies before going to speak to him and just see how it works. Because obviously sometimes the bodies can despawn pretty quick, and obviously you don't really want that body to despawn. Now obviously each gang attack is different. There's more enemies, harder enemies at different gang attacks. So the first clip you see of the gang attack, this guy with miniguns and mounted machine guns and things like that. We're in the snow, so obviously character's colder, so his health and stamina is lower. But I did use the environment to my surroundings, because obviously if you crouch in the snow, you sort of sink into the snow, so you've built your own trench pretty much, and you can get your assault rifle, well, not your assault rifle, but your rifle, and just start firing at them when they walk towards you. But if you're in an open ground like I was at the train rail one, it's a bit harder because it's more open ground, so you just need to make your own cover if you're on your own. But obviously if you're in a posse, you're living life. But if you're in a posse, the only issue is you get less money because there's less bodies to be looted, because each of you will be racing to get the bodies. It won't be, no one ever that I know will go, oh, 1 minute, you loot 12 bodies, I'll loot 12 bodies, you loot 12 more, I'll loot 12 more. It's literally just every man for himself, or every woman. But basically, the issue is, do it on your own. You get the risk of getting shot and things like that. But it's a good way to get loads of XP, obviously for your headshots and your kills and things like that. And also it's a good way just to get as much money as you can, because you're on your own and there's no way anyone's stealing your bodies that you looted, unless an online player that you don't know comes into the area. But more than likely, once you took out a whole gang, the online players will probably just sit and wait outside the gang area, purely because they know you're looting bodies and you'll have some serious cash on you and XP, and you'll just want to just get out of there, so they'll shoot you then, because that's what players are like. They want to kill you when it's like worst. So you don't need to really worry about that, because when you're doing a gang attack, most people are nowhere near you, because it normally pops up, as you see in my videos, they pop up out of nowhere. Sort of like you think you're on a mission, you want to go to a mission, a stranger mission, and all you want is cash, and all of a sudden this gang attack pops up, and you have to then choose, do you go straight to the stranger mission or the main mission, or do you go straight to the to the gang attack? I would go to the gang attack, then the stranger mission, purely because the stranger mission is pretty much the best thing to be doing. Because basically you just... Hang on, sorry, I got distracted there because an online player was shooting me on GTA. Sorry about that. So not GTA, Red Dead. So basically an online player can do whatever they want to you, but you won't. And I've lost my thought, but we'll carry on from where I think I was. So basically an online player isn't really going to attack you, because you basically will normally be on the way to a mission, and you have to choose whether you go to that mission straight away and get the money for that, or go to the gang attack then the mission. I go gang attack then mission, because then I'm getting all the money and loot of ammunition before I go to that mission, because that mission could be God knows what. But basically I'm living life and I am basically able to do whatever I need to do. Then, obviously, you have main missions. Now, main missions are okay. They're good. You've got quite a lot of money, but you can't replay main missions if you want loads of money in XP. Because once you've played it once, you can't play it again. Because once you've played it, it's sort of like, that's it. You've got the maximum XP and maximum money you possibly can on that mission. But once you've done it, like for the first time, you get a load of XP, like 500 XP and maybe, I think, $200 for one of the last missions. But if you replay it, you don't even get half of that. Probably not even a quarter of that. So it's not really worth it. But just playing stranger missions, it's worth it. And obviously playing the main missions when they add more, because at the moment we've only got access to 6, is definitely worth it. Play as many missions and stranger missions and gang attacks as you can, because who doesn't want as much money as they possibly can? Because gang attacks, yeah, money, XP, and also ammunition. Main missions, when it comes to the main missions, you'll have all the ammo you're going to need from the bodies, so that's perfect. And then you'll also have your main missions that'll give you more amount of money if you do them. But obviously if you do them and then you replay them, you won't get as much money in XP. But obviously we're more about the money than the XP. So what you can turn the XP into is basically each amount of XP will unlock you a new level. That means you need more money, because you're going to get more equipment unlocked to you. And that's why you do the stranger missions and the main missions. At the moment, there is no more missions. Once you've done your first 6, you've got to wait for the next 6. I'm assuming they were like a trial 6. Obviously, they sort of set up missions and that. And obviously, the first heist will be probably in the next 6. I'm assuming, because the guy talks about doing a heist in the last one. So obviously, we just got to wait and see what happens. And there's a lot of stuff and a lot of rumours what will happen. But we can only assume that we won't find out until it happens, because Rockstar are not the best at communication, but they have been quite good so far. Like last night, I think it was like 8 or 9 PM, we got like a photo of like a massive paragraph they'd written. I'll put it on the screen once it's like just before the end of the video. And basically that tells me that Rockstar are more about getting, because obviously it's a beta, so they want us to communicate. And everyone has been over YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Rockstar social support. So they're giving us information back and details that we need. So it's really good, because all we're doing is making loads of money from like small stranger and freaks mission before anything happens. Because the minute the gold bars come in where people can buy, you have that issue of prices might go up for things that get added. Not things that are in the game. Things that are in the game will keep the same price. But if they add something in, prices might go up. So make as much money as you can now. But then on the other side, you have the issue of Rockstar saying that they might not let you keep your account, sort of thing. So they'll reset the game when it comes out of beta mode. That'll be because everyone's done all these money glitches and things like that. So they'll get rid of them. People, get rid of everyone's level and money. But if the gold bar store comes in, then we know it's safe, because they can't legally then wipe everyone's accounts and go, right, you're resetting, because people have used their real cash and it's part of a contract and that. But basically, that's all I can really add to this, because there's not much more you can add. Do your missions, do your gang attacks, do gang attacks first, because they will despawn and other people will go to them, and then do main missions. Get as many missions as you can. If you want to replay missions, do them, because I find them fun, but I don't find them too fun to keep repeating over and over. So I've repeated them about 3 or 4 times each, just to see whether you get enough money. But you don't get too much money. Obviously you get $3 or $4 if you're lucky, $20 on some missions. But if you didn't repeat it and you did it the first time, you can get about $300 to $400 overall, depending on how you do the missions. Some missions, if you loot bodies, you can earn $200 alone from one mission, because a load of the bodies are high-end bodies sort of things, where the missions are quite good and the bodies are high-end people like gang bosses and that. You loot the bodies, you get like $20 to $30 to $50 and you're living life. So basically that's all I can really add. Just make sure you do as many missions and that as you can. And obviously I'll put the little screenshot of what they put on. I'll put that on the screen and you can read it yourself. Basically it's just talking about how the game economy needs to change. Obviously they realised that they need to make it fun but also rewarding, because obviously if you get $3 for completing a race or $3 for finishing a stranger mission, it's not really fun, because you could play GTA 5 and get 12 grand. 12 grand could buy you a load of ammo and a couple of guns maybe if you were lucky. At the moment, you're lucky to buy a gun. Some guns cost $1,000, so you're not living life at all. But that's all I've got to say. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Press the notification button down below for instant notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. And here's the screenshot.
Uzi on the track.